everyone. Happy World Creativity and Innovation Day. Did you know that the United Nations General Assembly adopted the resolution only in 2017 to celebrate this day and this week as World Creativity and Innovation Day to recognize the crucial role of creativity and innovation in every aspect of human development and to make the cultural and creative industries a part of their economic growth story because these are the most dynamic sectors today. Why did this happen? There was a headline in the papers that said, Canada in a creativity crisis. How do you solve a crisis? The first step to solving a crisis is to be aware of it and to have a state of openness. Now that openness brings us to the idea of design open. What does it mean to be open? Or what does it mean to be design open? What it means to be design open is to be a tribe of people, of this creativity enthusiasts, design enthusiasts, innovation enthusiasts, who are curious about change, change that enriches life, who care about this change. It also means to be a platform where we can connect with leaders who are shaping our world, leaders in creativity, innovation, design, entrepreneurship, people are changing cultures. These people, they are shaping our world, and we can actually sort of connect with them and see the actions they have in, and see what our world tomorrow will start to look like. We just get a rough shape of that. It also means to open doors, to expand the universe and the worlds, the many worlds of creativity and innovation, to be open to fresh insights, to be able to sense the shifts and to study emergence. When you are a part of Design Open, you get to interact directly, you get to see the shifts, you get to ask the right questions, you get the answers, and you leave enriched. Maybe you leave with the keys to open up the future. Each one of us gets to do that. And of course, we get to be a set of friends connecting from anywhere in the world. With that, I hand over to Alok to tell you a little bit more.
Thank you. So that was Sonia Manchanda who launched Design Open some years ago, and my name is Alok Nandi. And both of us, we are curating a series called DICE. DICE stands for Design, Innovation, Culture, and Entrepreneurship. Design Open is a platform which allows to have conversations, as Sonia mentioned. Conversations about what is happening, what could happen, and what we are taking as angles are the combination of those four angles which are connected to DICE. Because the world today is going through different frictions, at least. And we are aiming to try to identify small signals of what is, what could, and DO, Design Open, is the place where all these signals, these symbols are being discussed. We see Design Open as a place where the practice can be questioned. We are reflecting on our practice. And we only had a Design Open session, which took place in 21, where we connected practitioners, thinkers, makers from different geography, from Malaysia, from Brazil, from India, and from Europe. And this year in 2022, we said, why don't we come up with another variation of these Design Open sessions? And Samrat will tell us more about the format that we are going to explore in 2022. Samrat, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Alok. The format for 2022 is based on the number 2, the digit 2, and born from the interplay of the digit 2 is the number 4. So this year we have 4 sessions, 4 speakers, 4 triggers, and 44 minutes, which is very exciting. And we thought of creating this interplay of numbers, and also making the fourth working day of the week, which is the Thursday, as the day to have these conversations. So mark your Thursdays, block your calendars, and be there. There is a timing for the sessions. So 26th May is our first session, 28th July is the second one, 22nd September is the third one, and 24th November is the fourth one. So we wish to see you all there and be a part of conversations where you can immerse yourself in deep insight from the leaders across the platforms of design, innovation, culture, and entrepreneurship. You can be a part of the live chat sessions. I myself have been a part of these sessions when I was a participant just like you, and I hope you would do the same. Here are some of the glimpses from the past conversations that we have had. And with that, I would ask Sonia to talk a little bit about the upcoming session. Over to Sonia.
I'm really excited, and I think we are all really excited about this session because we made sure that there was real diversity. So we have leaders who are actually sort of creating ecosystems, in the space, and working at a very expansive scale. And besides that, you'll notice, which you will not see in most panels and in most combination of speakers. So you have Alok and you have me moderating the session. So there's a man and there's a woman, and there are 2 women and 2 men. So it took a lot of effort to make sure that the session has that diversity and the conversations we know, and look at the geographies as well. So we wanted to connect the dots between India and the world, connect the dots between genders, connect the dots between design, innovation, culture, and entrepreneurship. Now, that's not an easy one. I know kind of effort we made to get these people on board, and we know them personally. Otherwise, you wouldn't even have them. A little bit about Avnish. So Avnish, as you can read here already, is an innovator, disruptor, strategist, technology evangelist. He leads Accenture's venture building program. He leads the Sustainability Value Accelerator, the Women's Fund, and he was in the army, and he's gotten leadership lessons from there, and he's mentoring so many startups, part of so many boards, and a personal story. He saw the design barn, which is one of our projects, and before anyone had even had an event here, he took the chance. So he's truly open. I know it from experience, and he's somebody you should get to know because he's truly open. He'll truly guide you. He's so insightful and sharp. And he had an event at the design barn when we weren't ready. And there were people from all over the world who came over, and there were startups pitching and presenting. So, we brought him in for his openness. We brought him in for his experience across open innovation and mentoring startups. We have Carola Verschure. So she is a strategy and experience design officer at Gunderman Thompson. She is making a shift, from being a design strategy person. She's written books on design, and she's run podcasts, and she's even a 5-minute conversation with her leaves you with so many new insights. She'll tell you about 5 books she's reading, and now she's come into more the advertising creative space, and she's trying to see how she can bring in a design culture there. So that design culture, you would see it all around you. Everybody's realizing the need, but she's one of those people who's actually doing this at a massive scale. So this is a new assignment, and it'd be great to get insights from her just as she's starting out. And as you can see, she has, passion from Argentina and practicality from being Dutch as well. We have Daniel Mota. He connected with us, and he works from his heart. So he had connected with us, and we're looking at how we might work together. And he's the one who sees connections between India and Brazil, between Brazil and the world. And he's leveraging cultural transformation in large organizations by integrating strategy, culture, design, and other capabilities, inspiring through purpose. The leadership team at BMI is amazing. They have a great learning product that they're developing called Bossa.etc. So at one level, there's consulting and that knowledge, and then at the other level is the learning product. So amazing insights you can expect from him. Makiko, again, she's somebody who's from Japan. She doesn't look it, she looks extremely young. She thinks extremely young, but she has a very successful daughter who's an adult. She doesn't look it at all, trust me, okay? And very fresh in her thoughts. She will come to India, host design sessions, wear a sari perfectly, immerse in cultures, and constantly concerned with creating design ecosystems. And so and very humble. So she was asking, am I the right person? I was like, if you're not the right person, we don't know who is. Because you're creating those ecosystems that everybody wants to create, every nation wants to create. I'm passing it on to Alok now for a very interesting trigger that we're going to put to these folks.
Thanks, Sonia. So as you can see, you heard all the presentation of the panelists we are going to have. And the challenge we had when curating this series with Sonia and the team was how do we make sure that we have some guiding threads so that people get a sense of where we might go. We don't know where we will go. That's why we are busy with design. But we are interested in identifying some triggers in order to open the space of questioning. And the trigger we are proposing here is focused on our current context, which is technology-centered, which is algorithmic-centered. We have so many things happening with AI, with VR, virtual reality, with mixed realities, machine learning. So in this context of computation, how design is changing and impacting, what is happening with innovation, what is the new cultures of working, of interacting, of collaborating, what are the new modalities of entrepreneurship. These are the elements that we would like to see discussed. And that is how and why we are launching this trigger. So Sonia, you want to expand on this one?
Yeah, thank you, Alok. So I'm really curious. We ourselves are doing a lot of work in this space of new technologies. And there's so much that's possible. You know, you're adding a layer onto the physical, combining the physical and digital, creating completely immersive virtual environments, and creating a whole new reality. We're creating a continuum of those realities, which is the metaverse. And we are engaged in developing all of these spaces and experiences which are so different. They're so immersive that sometimes it's like this incredible escape. You can make the world you want to make. You can extend life. You know, there is just endless applications of these new technologies. But how is this shift changing work culture and life? You know, how can design use this opportunity to not to best technology, not to say that I can, you know, we can be design is better than technology and needs to lead technology, but let technology that is there and becoming more and more powerful to be the best that it can be from a human-centered point of view. So, you know, what are those shifts in work culture and life? What do we need to watch out for? And what are the positive shifts we can embrace? You know, for instance, we actually launched Design Open online as something during the pandemic. But today we realize that it allows us to connect across the world in ways that we cannot physically. We would have to fly everyone down, and most of them would not be available. Here we've got the busiest people, and we can get them together. You know, get them together to take that moment of reflection. So overall, we're going to ask our panelists, you know, how is this shift changing work culture and life? What have you seen in your own work? What is positive and what's disturbing? So anyway, so that was just expanding on the trigger before we tell you about. So that's one session with one 4 speakers, Samrat said, with one trigger. But then we have many other sessions planned, which are the other 3 sessions. We will not reveal the triggers now because then we'll be giving it all away. But we'll tell you a little bit about the other people involved. So we have Jayesh Ranjan, who's Principal Secretary to Government of Telangana. We need to have design as a part of policy. So we're very happy that they've come forward even as partners. So Samrat will tell you more. We have Dr. Anne Stenros. So she's a thought leader and architect, and she's an academician. So we need those academicians. We need people who are doing amazing stuff. And I've heard her speak, like, working on the World Design Capital. So really looking at the larger scale of DICE and design. We have Samara Tanaka. She's looking at gamification and actually living in the favelas in Rio to see how you can take the ideas of gamification and improve life. She's run a workshop at the Design Barn, and everybody really was so happy with the learnings that they got from there. I myself learned a lot of things from her. So we'd be really excited to have her on board. Carlos Teixeira, he's the most amazing academician in design that you'll ever meet. He and I have partnered on a project earlier, and which was recognized as a global game changer. And he works out of the Institute of Design in Chicago. He's from Brazil. We have Avinash Rajgopal, incredible depth. He's editor-in-chief of Metropolis magazine, which thinks about design, it thinks about architecture, it thinks about sustainability a great deal, and is driving that. I see him driving that a lot within Metropolis magazine. We have Trishta Ramamurthy. She's really changing the way school education is delivered by creating a curriculum that before everybody else had adopted design thinking. So that whole curriculum is designed beautifully and originally taking the best practices from the world, and is truly designing learning. And there's a lot to learn from her. We have Bell Burrows, incredible experience working across the world in the design strategy space. We have Deepa Prahlad. She's an amazing speaker. She was also with us again thinking a lot about design strategy and how it collides with business. She's a blogger for the Huffington Post, and she's been involved with the Harvard Business Review. She's a member of the Marshall Goldsmith 100 Coaches, and a very happy person full of insights. So she'll make you laugh while opening your mind up. We have Shalini Gupta, who's doing some incredible work at Taira, which is a new Tata brand where they are rediscovering culture, rediscovering craft, creating new livelihoods and opportunities at one level for the weavers of India, and at another level creating a new market for a timeless garment like the sari. So very bold, very brave, and very engaged in culture. So this is what, and we have, of course, maybe I can lie to you and tell you we're not telling you about the names of 3 speakers, but actually they haven't confirmed yet. So we'll keep that as a private date. But those are the dates, and these are some of the people, and I promise you will never get to meet such incredible people because we've chosen each one of them for their openness. Both Alok and I love to meet with new people, get new insights, and connect with our friends who've always been a part of Design Open and who love to do the same. So those are the dates, and I'm going to pass it on to Alok back to tell you a little bit more about why Design Open.
Thanks, Sonia. And so you have seen the wide range of points of view which will come with the speakers, the approaches, the thinking. And that is what we aim with Design Open, create a space for conversations with nuance and plurality, bringing in diversity. So this is happening not just now, today. Design Open has kind of long history. Sonia launched Design Open at the Design Barn with the team, and we are here for 5, 6, 7 years now. This is the season 7 of Design Open. What we need to take into account is that the platform, Design Open, took place, as Sonia mentioned, in a physical setting. And then it went into 2 other places like Kochi and Hyderabad, where we partnered with a company like Microsoft. We were hosted by Microsoft to explore some designerly question in Hyderabad. We were in partnership with the Kochi Biennale. Again, a design biennale where we expanded conversations and points of view. So the DNA of Design Open is a fragile spaces where we can highlight the emergent. And Sonia and myself, we are careful in trying to make sure that it is a space where the emergent is highlighted in respect of all the complexities that we see on the planet. We also did, next to these physical space conversations, some sessions online. During 2020, when we had this mega pandemic hitting the planet, we launched a series called Design Open Happy. Happy came out of a conversations that Sonia and myself were thinking about how can we shape, how can we design a happy hour, a moment where we could look at what was happening and reflect. And if you go on the designopen.in website, you'll see the speakers and you can still access to the recording of the sessions we had. The format was 1 hour of conversation, looking in depth from the point of view of one person. And that was 2020. In 2021, we had the Design Open Dice session that we launched with 9 speakers and 99 minutes. And in parallel, we did another series which I was leading in French. Because remember, Design Open is looking at multiple views and multiple ways of talking about design. And we say, okay, what a series which is a Francophone one. And there we had 3 sessions where we had design leaders sharing in French notions about design, innovation, culture, and entrepreneurship. Why is it important? In a different setting, the conversations are different. They are bringing different insights. And that is how we are aiming to open up and test different ways of thinking about our practice of innovation of design. And in parallel of launching this new series of Design Open 2022, where, as Samrat mentioned, 4 panelists will be sharing with us insights within 44 minutes, we are launching another thing which is new, a partnership with the Saint-Étienne Design Biennale in France. And that is going to happen on May 17th. Another setting, another place, another way of interconnecting all these complex notions and fascinating notions of what could be the future. And so we are continuing pushing the boundaries, rethinking, and hoping to inspire you and be inspired by you in exploring different streams of what design, innovation, culture, and entrepreneurship are going through. And Samrat, you are going to tell us more about our partners and then how they can register for the 4 sessions.
So any event, any conversation space of this magnitude is not complete without without having a powered by and also a partnered by. These two elements are very important. So Design Open Season 7, just like the previous sessions, is powered by Spread Design and Innovation. Transdisciplinary business design firm. Spread is an idea incubator, and it bridges design gaps between industries and gives everyone the opportunity to learn, create, and spread. And it has been founded by people who have been in the industry for more than 2 decades from various fields like advertising, technology, and innovation. This time, we are very honored and privileged to have the Ministry of Industries and Commerce department, and also the Information Technology, Electronics and Communication department from the government of Telangana, who have agreed to partner with us for the season 7, DO DICE 2022. I must mention here that Telangana is one of the youngest states of India, which has rolled out a number of innovation platforms, its innovation policy, and they're setting up India's first national design center through activities ranging from incubation to design education advocacy. We are also very proud to have two very special partners from Brazil, all the way from Brazil. One is Blue Management Institute, which is a world-class consulting firm led by top-notch advisors, and Bossa.etc., which is a content tech company created at the convergence of technology, communication, and entertainment. So we are very excited to have them as partners this year. And of course, our moderators for the Design Open Season 7 is Alok Nandi and Sonia Manchanda. I will tell you a little bit about Alok first. So born in Congo, raised in Zaire, and based in Brussels, he's an innovation strategist, a creative entrepreneur, an author of, and also the past president of IXTA. Sonia Manchanda is a designpreneur who set up multiple radical design companies and is also the founding partner of Spread Design and Innovation. So we are very happy to have them as moderators in season 7 as well. And I, being a participant of Design Happy, DO DICE 2021, and some past sessions of Design Open, can assure you that with them being the moderators, it is extremely engaging and immersive, all the conversations. And there is not a moment of idleness, and you would always be engaged and be interacting and gaining insights. Having said that, go ahead and please register yourself. The link is below for registration, and also register yourself to stay updated, and also know about the speakers, join our network, and experience the sessions.
Yeah, so look forward to seeing you there.
Thank you all, and see you on Design Open.